Quel mois?
Part 1. White clouds. Guardian moon.
Là où vit la
Where the
déesse.
goddess dwells. Long ago,
Là où vit la
the
déesse.
guardian Saros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fodlan. Some believe that high in the sky above Saros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
C'est chiant.
What are you doing at this hour? Oh, I know. You are eavesdropping. I must admit that I approve.
Professor, we must remain quiet.
I see. The Flame Emperor and Monica. And the mage who rescued Monica.
Non, pas encore la vengeance.
I don't know, but if we keep listening, we might be able to find out.
An unexpected chance to hear their plans. Patience, patience. Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing
Ah,
to be
le
done.
gâchette t'a spoil ça? Ok, moi j'ai pas joué.
Our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
I've got you. Finally.
Continuons de les écouter.
If we don't act now, we'll miss our chance.
Mais tu mens.
Even if someone has overheard us, there is nothing they can do. There have always been rats in the walls, and there always will be.
Comme ils ont des sales gueules de méchants, genre. Ils sont comme ça, genre à la porte du monastère, genre?
No. The dagger.
C'est la dague qui l'a offerte?
No, never mind.
C'était pas hier, mais il reste quand même discuté ici, écoute. Hein.
Professor, those are the ones we must destroy. They're the bastards who killed my family, and Gerald. For now, let's return to the monastery and regroup. As for the Flame Emperor's dagger, I'll hold on to it for the time being.
J'ai dit soutien, faut faire les soutiens.
Hello, Felix. So,
Time to
it was
fish.
your turn to clean out the greenhouse, right?
Yes.
Well, I went ahead and took care of it. I also cleaned up the warehouse.
Why?
I just wanted to help you out. So that... Okay, fine. I'm bribing you. So you'll forget.
Forget
Regardez, elle est
what?
pipou.
Are you really gonna make me say it? Before, in the greenhouse, I want you to forget what you saw and heard. If you agree to forget about
J'avais
it,
zappé le
I'll take
premier
your shift to the
support.
stables. Do we have a deal?
No thanks.
No? But that's
Tournoi,
not
j'ai déjà fait.
okay.
can't. It's permanently etched in my memory. A mountain of sweets, as well as steaks and chips.
Bâtard!
Apparently. I'm also intrigued by
Les
those
plantes, j'ai
barren
fait.
swamp beastie songs you mentioned.
Non, Félix, Chad, hein.
And I've been meaning to ask about the move that went along with crumbs and yams. Was that fencing football?
Incroyable.
Oh, stop it, Felix! You're a villain!
Hmm?
You think you're so funny? Keeping a straight face while mocking my singing and dancing? Well, you have to forget about it. Please.
Allez, bonne soirée, commence toi. Force à toi, Vota, pour le taf demain. Et bah écoute, oui, peut-être si c'est un jeu vraiment que je kiffe de ouf. À la limite, on pourra avoir un truc. Symphony of the Night, hein, le speedrun, ça peut aller. Mais sinon, bah écoute, ouais, le speedrun en général, c'est pas fou.
I was just trying to be nice. Funny ideas about food. Even the bullies in her head are ridiculous. I really don't understand that girl.
Un petit Dragon Quest et 10% en 7 heures.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this book.
Another silly legend?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander.
Il va dire que non.
The duty and pride of being a knight demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare. In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight. Go find a husband.
Ah ouais.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
I know you hate
Dans 2
the
minutes, il dit
ideals of
cuisine.
chivalry and pride. So much so, you prefer to escape your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
You're right. Forget it.
Il a mal digéré Tusker, hein.
Ingrid?
On va manger avec Sylvain après du coup.
What's the matter, Annette? You look upset.
I'm just so sorry. I had no idea.
I'm not sure I follow. Take a breath. What's going on?
Well, I was really curious about why you're not interested in things like makeup.
Moi je pense que
So I asked some of our friends about it, and...
Oh, I see. I imagine they mentioned that my family was fairly
Ah ouais?
poor, and they probably
Jure, elle
also
avait un gars.
mentioned that I lost my fiancé. Correct?
They did. I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me to try pushing those things on you.
It's perfectly fine, Annette. It's true, my family struggled financially. It wasn't easy growing up, but it taught me values I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And we weren't so poor that I consider myself deprived. I'm sure my family would have bought me makeup if I had wanted it, but it never mattered enough to me. Not then, and not now.
Oh, so you just never sought that stuff out?
Never. While I acknowledge it can be fun, fussing over my outward appearance isn't an instinct of mine. When I was younger, I'd usually be found covered in dirt, bugs in my hair, and a big smile on my face. Things haven't changed too much since.
c'est one of the boys.
Then, when my fiancé passed on, my priorities shifted even further. It reminded me of what's most important in life. Beyond that, it's hard to think of myself changing without him around to see it. Even if it's
Oh
something
non.
trivial like how I present.
Oh le démon.
But talking to you has helped me realize
Oh,
it's
elle avait un
okay
gars-
to
oh,
loosen up
oh, le
and enjoy
démon.
those things if I want. So, thank you.
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything at all. Except pester.
More importantly, do you notice anything different about me today?
Yes. It's very subtle, but I could tell right away that you were using that makeup I gave you.
You could? Oh, that makes me happy. I was trying to apply it just how you showed me.
You did great. And it really suits you.
Elles sont copines.
I think there's a lot I can learn from you, Annette. You've helped me embrace the lighter side of life I quite like.
It's my pleasure. Ooh, this is so great. Want to go shopping to celebrate?
Shopping? But what would we buy? That sounds so overwhelming.
There's a dress I've been eyeing for a while now. I'm certain it will complement your pretty eyes. Just leave it to me, Ingrid. I'll make you the most fabulous knight this world has ever seen.
Ah ouais.
Well, that
Mais
does
non.
sound fun. I look forward to it.
Sylvain, good timing. There's something I want to say to you.
Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong? Did you spot me sneaking back in this morning? Or is it about that girl who got mad I kissed her sister goodnight?
Oh mon
I can
goat.
explain either way.
Mon Chad.
No, I'm not here to get after you about those things. Surely other people have that covered. What I really want to talk about is your behavior during our training sessions. When we're sparring, you're always passing on great opportunities to get the edge on me. It's almost as though you're going out of your way to make me think you're incapable.
Nah, I just like giving other people the spotlight.
Uh-huh. It's not that you took something I said to heart. About how you don't have to work hard to be good at stuff and how that isn't fair.
Mais
I did
regarde.
take those things to heart. We're friends, right?
C'est quoi l'événement récent?
I'd be sad if you
Oh le
started
pauvre
to hate me.
Gérald.
There's just one thing I want you to remember. Guys like me, who hate hard work and sort of get by on our wits, it all falls apart eventually. I'm smart enough to know that. So I respect people like you. I mean it.
Oh. Is that sincerity? It's kind of creeping me out. It's just so unlike you.
Huh?
When you say nice things like that, I can't take joy in beating you. I want to beat you when you're at
T'inquiète,
your
je suis à ma
best.
deuxième route et demie. Non mais
That's why
oui,
it
oui, bien
bothers
sûr.
me so much when you don't try your hardest against me.
Let me put this a different
Ah
way.
ça c'est ma première hein.
I've always been treated like I'm special, and I'm not. At least, I don't think I am. I'm just tired of people thinking they know what I can and can't do. When everybody expects something of you, or envies you, it's kind of suffocating. I'd rather people think I'm dumb. Well, I mean, I can still be pretty dumb.
I have to admit, I have a hard time understanding where you're coming from. Just know that I want
Les
you to
loups, ah
keep
ouais, c'est les
being good
DLC,
at
ça.
everything without trying. If you stop being that way, I won't have any competition.
Competition, huh? I like the sound
Ah
of
oui,
that.
non, non, ouais, là...
Where the heck were you when I was growing up?
Ouais, voilà, là c'est bon, là j'ai fini... Là c'est bon, y'a no spoil, là je fais les bleus, je suis bien... je suis en plein dans les bleus là.
Anyway, I'd love to chat more with you. Would you like to grab some tea with me, or...?
Oh, sure thing. The very next
Des
moment
TP de
I'm-
magie.
For now, I need to get to my magic training.
Elle lance des flipendo.
Oh, I see. Some other time then. I look forward to it, Annette.
Apologies for my late arrival, Mercedes. My duties ran long, as per usual.
There's no need to apologize at all. Please, have a seat. We've met for tea so many times, but you never seem to get used to it, do you, Ingrid?
Not entirely, no. I'm not accustomed to being treated so... delicately. Anyway, what will we talk about today?
I actually wanted to gripe about
Me
something
plaindre
that's
d'un
been
sujet.
bothering me.
You? Gripe? Now that's unusual. I'm happy to listen, of course. It's the least I can do after all the kindness you've shown me.
Thank you. The one thing I really wanted to talk about is marriage.
Oh?
Yes. I received a letter from my adoptive father about marriage discussions with a noble family.
Bah non.
And will you accept?
That's the problem. No matter what I decide, I'll probably be married.
Aïe 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 aïe, les femmes à l'époque, c'était facile. Tu la foutais à la maison, tu l'as marié à un bon parti, fin. Voilà, t'avais fait ton taf. Ah là là. Une autre époque.
Sorry? To silence him?
Don't you agree? It seems the best course of action would be to consider severing all ties with the family and running away.
We don't need to go that far. I'm sorry, I really just needed to let that out. I don't need you to worry about solving my problems.
Oh, okay. It's just a bit personal for me, actually. My own father has brought countless marriage proposals to my attention. He always was obsessed with me carrying on the family bloodline. At a very young age, my hand had already been promised to someone in marriage.
Alors?
But Glenn was young.
That must have been
Alors?
for you.
Non mais je suis trop chaud. Non mais voilà, nous on fait des connexions. C'était facile à deviner.
That's a good question. It's hard to imagine now.
C'était facile à deviner. C'était facile.
Although I did admire him quite a lot. He held true to the ideals of knighthood, proudly serving the king.
Non mais c'était facile à
Even
deviner.
after all these years, I aspire to be the type of knight that he embodied. But that's just it. I'm not a tool for furthering my family's fortunes. I'm a knight at heart.
C'est pour ça que Ingrid Félix c'était compliqué.
I see. A very noble cause indeed. How strange that we should be worrying about the same thing.
Even though we are such different people.
It's true. Enjoying a nice chat over tea with you like this makes me realize maybe the paths we walk aren't so different after all. Don't you think?
I do. These tea parties of ours, they really are something special.
That they are. Ingrid, I would love to get to
Ah mais c'est dernier support.
that's okay.
C'est que B,
I wanna
Max.
know about your childhood, your favorite books, the sweets you like, anything at all.
Absolutely. I'm happy to speak with you anytime. And I want to know you better too, Mercedes.
There you are. I have a request for you.
Vas-y. Un service.
It has to do with that plot to assassinate Lady Rhea.
Un quoi?
The bishop leading the Western Church was somehow involved.
Encore?
And speaking of the Western Church, there was also that incident in which one of the more extreme factions tried to occupy sacred land. Enough is enough. So now the Knights of Seros have been tasked with putting the bishop down. I thought you and your students could come with us.
Eh bah écoute, ouais, hein. Go faire la bagarre. Hein. Ouais, c'est vrai. Moi qui suis un autre tactical, plus c'est dur, mieux c'est. Non, moi de base, la difficulté dans les jeux vidéo, je ne bande pas dessus. Hein. Moi je suis un mec du normal, tu vois. Et en fait, quand je joue en difficulté normale et que le jeu ne me résiste pas, pour moi ça veut juste dire que j'ai maîtrisé le jeu. Et ça me met très bien. Tu vois, genre je dois, c'est pas en mode oh je roule sur le jeu nique sa mère, tu vois. Moi je roule sur le jeu, je suis très heureux. Je passe à jouer à Octopath Traveler, j'ai cassé le jeu dans tout son sens. Je commençais à tout shot les boss dès deuxième chapitre, tu vois. Et j'étais en mode bah ouais, bah je joue bien du coup, tu vois. C'est, je trouve ça satisfaisant. Je suis pas du tout avec la difficulté moi, faut le savoir.
Keep in mind, we would be bringing the whole class, not just Ash.
Et en plus, bon, les tacticals, bon. Ça va un peu chier.
I guess it's fine. Get ready then. Please, Professor, don't let Lady Rhea get hurt. Our mission isn't just to wipe out all the enemies, but also
ça devrait aller, je pense.
Lady Rhea. Ready?
Protéger Rhea pendant 10 tours. 13, let's go. Oh bah t'aurais pu faire un critique avant.
Should I have held back?
Non. Bien.
Goddess, have mercy. Forgive them their sins and save their souls.
It would have been better if we'd captured the bishop, but they didn't make it easy for us. What now, Lady Rhea?
We must go to the headquarters of the Western Church. Perhaps there is still someone there who knows what has transpired.
Let us help too. It may not be much, but we'll do whatever we can.
I am sure you will be a great help. I am glad to have you by my side.
Thanks, Professor.
Mais ok, bon, j'ai fait cette bataille. Et bah écoutez, il est 23h20, on va faire les 2 quartiers libres et direction la mission, et on arrêtera là.
Lady Rhea is grateful to all of you. She said she would send along a reward. You should feel very proud. Receiving a gift directly from Lady Rhea is exceedingly rare. Still, that was a real mess, huh? For them to come out and charge us so boldly. As am I. We kept Lady Rhea safe, thanks to you. Hey, where did Ash go? I haven't seen him for a while. Could he still be back there? I'm glad he's so dedicated to his work, but... There you are, Ash. We were just talking about...
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Encore.
Why the brooding expression? Hey, what's that bundle of papers in your hand?
This was given to me. It has to do with my family. I haven't finished reading it all yet. But I think it might offer some clues about something I need to know. Professor, Catherine, thank you for letting me come with you on this mission. I'd better get ready to go.
It's a little painful to watch. I do hope that those papers, whatever they are, will help him get over his past. I suppose it's time for us to start heading back to the monastery.
Oh, are you on cooking duty today, Flame? That's unusual.
Indeed I am. I have been working away on
Tes
this
boosters de
meal
stats?
for hours
J'y
now.
pense.
The only thing is,
J'attends un petit peu d'en accumuler, puis j'en mets quelques-unes. Mais ouais, je les mets.
those in the dining hall seem to miraculously become very busy and evacuate the premises. I make the food, but nobody is ever here to eat it. I do not understand what the issue is. It is such a waste.
Peut-être qu'elle mange mal. Enfin, elle cuisine mal.
And I'm positively ravenous. If you don't mind, I'd love to sample your cooking.
Really? I mean, yes, please, have some. It is not perfect, but I am certain it will taste quite nice.
Bizarrement, je pense que non.
I'm sure it will be great. Thank you, Flame. There were a few suspiciously crunchy bits here and there, but other than that, it was fine.
You liked it? Wow, nobody has ever liked
peut-être,
anything
peut-être, hein.
If I cannot get anyone else to eat this meal, though,
Il va tout manger.
spoil and go to waste. It is no secret to me that I am not very good at cooking.
Salut Automatique. À la prochaine, merci de passer.
You actually want more?
Of course. I wouldn't want it to go to waste after all the effort you put in. This kind of mishap can happen to anyone, you know? Don't let it get you down. Besides, I can tell you put a lot of love and dedication into preparing this food for everyone. That alone makes it taste good.
There is no need for false flattery.
I speak nothing short of the truth, always. It was delicious, and I look forward to eating it again sometime. I'll agree there is no need to make enough for everyone, though. If you like, you could just cook enough for me.
Vrai homme mange nourriture non comestible. En fait, Dimitri, c'est OG. Il mange que de la merde.
I must have left it in the library. Oh, is that Felix? Hey, Felix. This is a surprise. I didn't think you had much interest in books. I'm already finished with that one. You can borrow it if you'd like.
No need. I was just curious who it belonged to.
Why not read a few pages at least while you've got it open? I think you'd really like it. The plot is pretty different from a typical Knight's Tale, but it's still really good. Do you like stories about adventure and chivalry?
No, I despise them.
Yeah, well, have you tried reading any? You might find them really interesting. I know I do.
What do you find so interesting?
Well, for one thing, the knights in these stories are always gallant and brave. And they always value things like friendship, loyalty, and justice.
C'est vraiment le péon de base, H, ça m'étermine.
Ridiculous.
Il en faut bien, hein.
Loyalty, justice. Only fools allow their lives to be ruled by such nonsense. Fools who get themselves killed for nothing, only to be celebrated as heroes in books like this. Writers of these stories are worse than tyrants. They seize control of people's thoughts.
That's a little much. I was only interested in...
I don't care. Such blind enthusiasm is dangerous. Be more moderate in your passions.
You know something, Felix? You are exactly like the knight in this story.
Excuse me?
On the surface, he's sarcastic and intimidating, but underneath, he's kind and cares for his friends. In the end, they become heroes together and conquer all obstacles.
Disgusting. Stop looking at me like that.
Oh, see, right there. That's just what I mean. You sound exactly like him.
Ok, c'est marrant.
I'm going to lend you this book, really, I insist. Just give it a read, all right?
Et il va le lire, il va bien aimer, et voilà.
And you can
Et
tell
ils sont
me what
potes.
you think
Voilà.
when you're done.
Résumé du scénario.
Why is this happening?
H, c'est 100% un fan de Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto et SNK.
Professor, have you heard? They say we finally located the enemy. It seems they're hiding in the sealed forest, right near the monastery. Lady Rhea has summoned all of the knights to return and take them down. And all of this is being done in secret. Why? To keep us...
Minute et quelques. Ah ouais, tu vas lancer direct.
To keep you in the dark.
Pourquoi ces précautions?
Lady Rhea
Je suis allé plus vite là, il est que minuit pour faire de la deuxième
stop
mission.
yourself from confronting the enemy if you knew their location. But that is not how the story ends, is it? Professor, we're at the ready. Order us to depart, and we'll fight at your side.
No, I will not allow it.
Ah.
This discovery comes just when the knights are at their busiest. It is all too likely that our foes revealed themselves to lure you out there. They are the ones who took Geralt from you. I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
Alors moi je vais faire la bagarre, hein.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly. I ask that you leave this to us. Losing you so soon after losing Geralt would be unbearable.
Mais je vais pas mourir.
Lady Rhea, Seteth, please try to understand our reasoning before you refuse.
Putain, ça a l'air d'être une grosse
With most of
mission
the
là.
knights still far away, we cannot afford for you two to leave the monastery undefended. The enemy's strength is yet unknown. The only warriors who likely stand a chance are those who wield relics. With all that in mind, it's obvious who should be dispatched, is it not? If the professor leaves, we will go as well. We've already made preparations and are ready to depart at a moment's notice. Surely you must see that we cannot wait any longer for the knights to gather. Please, do what must be done and give us the order.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy?
Oui. Ah, j'aime pas le choix.
Understood. I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest. You have the protection
Catherine, elle en
of the
parlait le mois
goddess
dernier.
on your side. Whatever happens, you shall overcome.
No matter what enemy we face, we will not fail. I promise you that.
The sealed forest is up ahead. Stay alert.
This is for Captain Gerald. I will not falter.
It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
Leave it to us, Professor. I'll give it my all.
Fighting Tomas. It will be difficult, that's for certain.
I don't really love the idea of fighting people I know.
We don't have a choice. Even if it's difficult, an enemy is an enemy. We've just gotta get it over.
Il va rester sur le
Just
banc.
kill them from behind. As long as you don't see their faces, you won't know if you know them.
We won't know unless we see their face. Yes, I suppose that is true.
Ah, je le sens mal.
I hope you know I meant what I told you before. Your enemy is my enemy. And I will follow
Je le sens mal là.
Whatever that end may
Le
be.
twist de cette mission, je le sens très mal.
Yes, right. We'll fulfill our duty together. We've come this far. We can't stop now. I hope you know that you can rely on us. No matter who the enemy is, we are prepared to cut them down. Yes. No matter who they may be. Demonic beasts! The enemy was always intending to lure us here.
La reine. L'article n'est pas encore disponible.
Hello, you're here. Welcome to the Forest of Death. My name is Kranya. This weakling girl was just a borrowed look for me. This is what I really look like.
Je vais te casser la
Now,
gueule.
you vermin, I'll take down every last one of you.
Ok. Voilà, comme ça.
If this takes too long, I might be forced to escape.
Comment ça?
Or do you simply intend to let me go? How accommodating of you. As for me, I intend to kill you all.
Dans combien de tours elle se barre? Non, parce que je lui casse sa gueule, hein. Moi je lui baisse sa mère.
Oui.
Hein. Genre attends, elle se barre dans combien de tours? Ah, il faut foncer. Moi je fonce, hein.
Flame spirit protect me.
Normalement je peux lui casser son truc. Normalement je peux lui casser son truc. Et le tuer. Prendre lui une comme ça, hein. Oh let's go. Il y a dodge. Et en plus oui, il est pas sorti en plus. C'est vrai qu'il est pas encore téléchargeable. Alors ouais, bon, bah force à vous. Les artistes ça a mis une photo il y a 4 minutes. Bah sur Steam peut-être.
Over already?
Let's go. J'aime bien tout ce qui est critique moi.
I did what I had to.
Voilà. Ça va, Autoroad?
My technique could use some. I'm certain I.
Ça dit quoi? C'est très grave. Aucune difficulté dans ce que je vois, hein. Vraiment. J'ai jamais vu autant de crits. C'est parce que je mets une héros aussi. Marteau, ok. Ah ouais. Oh. Zut. Tac. Petite épée de fer en vif là. J'ai cru qu'il y avait un critique aussi.
I will not be stopping.
Voilà. Je pense pas que j'ai besoin de grand chose. Juste comme ça, là, 19 x 2. Hop.
Over already?
Hop. 7 x 2. Ah! Bon bah tant pis. 7 x 3. Bah normalement je le tue là. 7 x 3. Non 21. Je lui laisse encore un petit. 21, c'est trop 21. Oui, je ne connais pas mes tas de multiplication. Il y a un souci? Ah, par contre, la 16x2, je...
I did what I had to.
Un petit critique? En ça?
Give up.
Hop. Un petit vent, ça suffira, je pense. Voilà, 41 x 2, voilà. Voilà. Je pense que 41 x 2, je pense que ça ira très bien. Hein. Question ça comme ça. Sim finir mondial. Oh putain, je le savais. Ah, je le savais. 91, 19.
You're a fool to be so brazen. You'll never avenge your father at this rate. I'll have to kill you too, with my own hands.
Moi je pense que je vais te casser la gueule, mais voilà. C'est bien, là j'ai bien aimé ce level là. J'ai bien aimé ce level. J'ai moins aimé ce level. Cours, cours. Ah oui. Elle est trop nulle.
But how? How could I really lose to a lowly creature like you?
Well.
Solon, don't just stand there and stare. I need your help.
C'est pas la cinématique de Smash par hasard? Ça ressemble. Ah, c'est pas ça.
Have no fear, Kranya. Your sacrifice will help to rid this world of the filthy vermin that have long infested it.
Ah ok, si ça l'est. Ok. Si, c'est totalement celle-là.
The time is finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
Zaras.
Please help me.
Be gone with you, Fellstar.
Petit passage avec Sotis là au hasard.
What was that sorcery? What happened to our professor?
They were swallowed by the mystical darkness of the forbidden spell. An eternity wandering in a void of nothingness, never to return to this world. To think, we almost had the sword of the Creator.
That's a lie. There's no way the professor is
Attends,
really dead.
je crois que j'ai capté.
That's right. Our professor is no ordinary human.
I do not believe our professor has fallen.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death. Drifting through the darkness with no chance of escape, overwhelmed with hopelessness. It must be torturous.
We cannot abandon hope, Your Highness. Our professor lives. I know it.
You're right. We will save the professor. But first, let's destroy this fiend. I'll slice you into 1,000 pieces as you watch with horror. You will know true pain before I finally allow you to die.
How trite.
But if you wish for pain, I shall oblige. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
Ouais, et qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ok.
You fool! What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? Are you just a boulder that rolls down whatever hill it's on? No, even a boulder has more sense.
Laisse-moi t'expliquer.
Excuses won't help us. This darkness is terrifying. As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. But please consider this.
Et c'est là qu'on fait des repères du coup.
The darkness we are in is separate from the world from which you came. I mean that it would take a god to leave this place.
Ça tombe bien, t'es une déesse. Ça tombe bien.
In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
Sûrement pas.
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice.
You must join Smash.
Do you recall your father's diary? He said you were a child who never cried nor laughed. I think I am the one to blame. I must have been asleep, but even then, I feel I was a part of you. I do not know how Rhea managed it, but she allowed me to exist inside of you. The truth is, I have always been with you. It is within you that I found my power yet again. The power of a goddess. The power of the progenitor god. My name is Sothis. By now, you must be well aware of what that means. I am the one who watches over Fodlan and the creatures dwelling.
Ça j'avais compris.
I am Sothis, she who died and then returned.
Moi je la crois.
There is but one thing left to do to save us from this darkness of eternity. I must now use the power of a god. However, I lack a body of my own. And so I must relinquish all the power
Un petit skin set là, en vif.
To you. The time has come for you and I to join as one. And
Ah ouais?
when that comes to pass, then I shall disappear. When I say disappear, I do not mean that all I am will be.
Elle aura plus cette apparence comme ça, on pourra plus lui parler?
My soul will join with yours.
Ah ok d'accord.
And you and I will never be apart. But I will no longer have the chance to speak with you. I shall miss it. So long have I been on this path with you. Through you, I got to see and hear this world. I even got to chastise you from time to time. I may not have acted like a goddess, but it was certainly fun. For all that you have done, thank you. I'm glad that it was you to whom my fate was bound.
T'inquiète pas. Moi je connais Persona 3. T'inquiète. Ça se passe pareil. T'inquiète.
Now, we must pray. For if we share this wish, our spirits too will join as one. Your wish is to return to the forest, stop the enemy, and rescue the little ones. No need for words. I know your heart as though it were my own.
Mon animé préféré? Oui! Mon animé préféré.
Your will and mine are now as one. Both sides of time are revealed to you, and you alone. You know I am the beginning. What shall you do?
Même là, on dirait un JPEG. Let's go le skin set. Ouais, plus facile comme ça.
So the Philstar consumes even the darkness itself.
Ok, ça a du flow. Ok, j'aime bien. Ok.
Professor, that is you, isn't it? Oh, I'm glad you are safe. I was sure that you would return. Please tell me all that happened to you later. For now, it's imperative that we kill the demon.
What did you see in the darkness of Zaharas? This should be impossible. The only
Attends, des frissons à ce point-là, bah disons que moi je connais déjà, donc bon, forcément.
Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
Oh. Villette prendra le kill, hein. On va trouver son véritable pouvoir. Hein. Ouais. Ouais. Ah, c'est l'épée suprême. Ok. Oh bah je peux... Écoute. Dégâts de billette maintenant. Allez, précision 4.
As expected.
Alors comme ça. Voilà.
Too easy.
13 x 2, let's go, ça fait 26 hein. Hop les. Voilà, on a fait la première bête. 2 acier noir, ça me va bien. Y a pas de souci. La bête déjà je vais faire la bagarre moi comme ça. Avec précision 0. Prêt. Déjà moi je fais la bagarre comme ça moi déjà. J'aime bien comment il tape son épée. Beau hein. Ça me met bien là le. L'épée me met bien, elle brille bien et tout. Ouais, elle me met bien, elle me met bien.
We must all do our part.
Elle prend des levels, Fane en plus. Et des mauvais levels, mais elle en prend. Je vais taper ça comme ça. Bam. Bam. Oh là là là, je lui ai cassé la gueule. Oh, c'était grave. Oh, je lui ai bien cassé la gueule. Ah. Ah oui, effectivement, c'est... Ah, je vais faire ça, je pense que ça casse, hein. On va dire que ça casse, hein. On tue quand même. Hein. Eh ben non, ça va pas casser. Tant pis. Comme ça. Ouais. Ouais, je lui fais mal. Il a eu 0 sur 20. Ah bah là, il a eu 0 sur 20. Je suis bien d'accord. Hop. Et oui, cette puissance est vraiment à toi. Bon alors, comment ça se passe, Bilout Ah bah... Oui, good. Trompeuse de fois du proche. Eh bah écoute. Eh bah ouais. Eh bah ouais. Bah oui. En gros, je suis retombé sur une musique de Sonic de mon enfance. Dans les commentaires, ça dit qu'elle passe à la radio dans le magasin Yakuza 5. Et oui, bien sûr. Et il y en a plein des musiques comme ça, hein. Bien sûr. Bien évidemment. Tout à fait. Oui, 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 oui. Absolument. Ah bah je suis fort, qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise. Mais oui, oui, absolument. Il y a plein de musiques de Sonic qui passent dans Yakuza. Notamment, tu peux entendre Live and Learn dans des musiques d'attente et tout. Genre, c'était vraiment insane. Hein. Pas trop tête, je vois pas un spoil. Ah là, va y avoir du scénario là. Mais voilà, tu l'as vu attaquer. Tu l'as vu attaquer, voilà. Hein, mais là, effectivement, va y avoir... juste après le combat, ouais, là ça va venir. Là c'est... J'ai passé un petit point de l'histoire, là. Voilà, mais... écoutez. Là, on est sur... Attends, là, normalement, si je bouge pas aucun de mes boutons, normalement, c'est bon. Let's go. Incroyable.
Professor, I'm glad you're okay. And you seem relatively unscathed. I'm so relieved.
Onzième, c'est ça. C'est ça.
Though we took little satisfaction from it. Professor, I must ask, what happened after we were separated? You look...
Salut Yuzra, à la prochaine. Allons-y.
The goddess appeared and gave you her power? It's as though the legend of old has been made flesh. It's hard to
Je pensais que ce serait maintenant l'ellipse.
But having seen you pierce the sky with my own eyes, I find myself unable to doubt it.
Une ancienne légende. C'est original ça? Bah oui. On aime que ça, nous. Après, je les joue pas tous. Fuck Mars, t'as vu? Salut, Yuzra.
Long ago, the goddess dispatched Seros to defeat an evil king who went mad with power.
Comme maintenant. Avec un I, ellipse. Comment ça fait pas? C'est un perso de merde et tous les mains de Mars sont cons, désolé. Asta, si je veux Lucina, il aurait 15 fois son level actuel.
Never mind. I'm getting carried away.
Ah, fuck Corinne aussi. Ah!
Professor, what's wrong?
Bah!
Are you asleep? What is happening these days?
Wesh.
Well, it matters not.
Wesh.
We must get you help, and fast.
Encore?
It'll be faster if I carry you and run.
Encore? On drop le jeu en s'emmerdant. Alors oui, Lucina est chiante, mais Mars c'est nul, donc... Ah mais c'est l'OST quand on parle à Réa. Elle la chante elle-même.
Professor.
Ah bon?
You must remain.
Ah! D'accord. Ok. Bon. Mettez votre nœud papillon les gars, c'est parti.
Everything is all right.
Ah ouais. Je pense que là cette scène a été créée pour un certain public et je suis peut-être ce public. Peut-être. Mais ne me jugez pas. Ne me jugez pas. Chacun ses préférences, voilà. Là, oui, cette image derrière a été dessinée pour les gens comme moi.
How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever. I wish I could hold on to this time we have stolen. That you and I could create a world.
Je vais quand même écouter ce qu'elle dit parce que bon, vas-y, dire des conneries c'est bien, mais.
I have heard whispers of what happened to you. Your appearance. You have received power from the goddess. From the moment you took hold of the sword of the Creator, I prayed that one day the radiant power of Sothis, which bathes Fodlan
bah écoute, hein, suffisait de me faire agresser par un... T'es encore dedans, oui.
But you are so much more than the light. You are my... Close your eyes, dear one. Sleep. Just a while longer.
Yes, Mo. Pardon, désolé. Non, voilà, c'est trop. Elle parle beaucoup, mais je voudrais qu'elle continue à parler. Ce serait bien. Donc attendez. attendez. Donc du coup là, parce que oui, vous êtes arrivé sur la fin du stream, parce que je fais que 2 missions par soir. Donc là, c'est le nouveau... C'est le nouveau chapitre, là? Là, c'est la fin, là? C'est pas fini, je crois? Ok. On va voir.